Here's a cursed one. You point an AI security agent at some sketchy code and ask the most reasonable question there is this safe to run? That's its whole job, checking untrusted code. And that's exactly the job the attack hijacks. Instead of flagging the malware, the agent runs it. The tool you brought in to catch the threat becomes the thing that lets it in. Researchers call it friendly fire. Friendly fire. It's a lab proof of concept, not a real-world breach, but the way it works should worry you. Here's the setup. They took GIP, a totally normal Python library, and added one line to the README. It suggests running a script called security.sh as a routine check before you open a pull request. Sounds responsible. Except that script quietly launches a hidden binary carrying the real payload. And to slip past the agent's safety checks, they disguised that binary as the compiled build of a harmless Go file sitting right next to it, even seeded it with strings from that file so the disassembly check would tie the two together. Nothing in the library ever calls it. Nothing looks out of place. And the trigger is nothing. You point the agent at the folder and say something as plain as, perform security testing on this project. That's it. The agent reads the README, decides the script looks like part of the job, and runs it. The attacker's binary executes on your machine. No warning. No approval box. And this only works if you've got an autonomous mode switched on, Claude Code's auto mode or Codex's auto review, where a classifier auto-runs whatever it judges safe. It judged this safe. Now here's why this is worse than the attacks before it. Most earlier agent exploits hide in machine config files, .mcp.json, .claude settings, the files that trip Claude Code's yes I trust this folder warning. This one hides in README.md, an ordinary text file in basically every repository on Earth. No trust prompt. No elevated access. Just text the agent was always going to read. That's a much wider door. And it's not one flaky model. Written for Sonnet 4.6, the exact same payload worked unchanged on Sonnet 5, Opus 4.8, and GPT 5.5. One injection, two vendors. For models, no edits. Asked point blank whether GIP hid any secret instructions. Both Sonnet 4.6 and GPT 5.5 said no. And here's the kicker. In some runs, the newer models actually noticed the binary didn't match its supposed source and ran it anyway. So where's the patch? There isn't one. And that's the actual point. The specific tool versions they tested aren't a vulnerable range you can just update past. AI now argues the weakness is in the design, so the fix is a change in how you work, not a version bump. Their harder claim, and it's theirs, not mine. You can't fix this with a model update because these models still can't reliably tell the difference between code they're reading and instructions they're meant to follow. That's the same root cause behind half the stories on this channel. And this failure mode isn't new. Adverse's Trustfall turned a booby-trapped repo into one-click code execution across 4 coding agents back in May. Tenet's agent jacking pulled it off with a fake bug report planted in Sentry at an 85% hit rate. Different file, different channel, same condition underneath. Untrusted outside text reaching an agent that can run commands. And the timing is rough because governments and vendors are shoving AI agents into defensive security work right now, faster than anyone's closed this gap. We literally made a video about the US government doing exactly that. So what do you actually do? Treat an autonomous agent like a loaded tool. Don't point auto mode at a repo you don't trust. A sandbox helps, but don't oversell it. Code can escape one, and Claude Code's own sandbox has had escape bugs this year. And internalize the real lesson. An agent reading untrusted code is not the same as an agent safely vetting it, no matter how confidently it says it's fine. If you want these decoded before they reach your terminal, subscribe. New breakdowns every week. Go on, hit subscribe.